Japan Dyno, the best of Japan to you. Howdy, this is Andy of Japan Dyno, and I have for you an HKS sequential blow-off valve. The sequential blow-off valve is the little brother to the HKS Super SQV, or Super Sequential Blow-off Valve. So this is just the plain sequential blow-off valve. The mechanism and the engineering behind the two are the same. This valve is made from cast aluminum, while the Super Sequential is made from billet aluminum. So this is the cast aluminum body version. The mechanism is almost identical, just slightly smaller than the Super SQV. This is the back of the unit that incorporates the spring. There's a diaphragm in this area here and a piston at the front here. So just get into a closer look of the valve itself. Okay, so inside the valve, there's the boost pressure, of course, pushing upwards and against the diaphragm in here, and connected to this nipple is a hose which leads to the inner manifold pressure. Pulling on the diaphragm, opposing both movements, is the spring here, which is tensioned by the bolt and locked in place by the locking nut. So when the boost pressure from below and the vacuum from the inner manifold is enough to overcome the spring, it'll move the diaphragm back, which moves the piston backwards and allows the boost to squeeze around the outside of the piston, making that distinctive HKS sound. Okay, we'll move on to the other side of the valve. You can see lots of marks and little scratches in that, but in fully 100% working condition. This is the little bolt and locking nut, and of course the spring is incorporated in this area here. So moving on to the trumpet of the valve, you can see here the very distinctive HKS look. So as opposed to the Super Sequential, which has the purple valve end, this one has the little green valve end. But the mechanism is the same, and so the sound is very, very similar, with the boost pressure squeezing around the outside of this, giving that distinctive HKS sound to it. And from behind, you can see the adjustment here. Again, the spring you can wind in and out by turning either the left or the right, and so it's a fully adjustable type. Now, the flange it is on can be used with various vehicles. This flange is intended for the CA18DET or SR20DET S13 vehicles. So that's the Silvia and 180SX with the S13. But the valve is a universal type blow-off valve. While the flange is specific for those vehicles, it can also, of course, be modified. And because the valve is universal, it can be set for any particular turbo vehicle. So a sequential blow-off valve from the HKS company of Japan, made in Japan, from Japan. Thank you. In order to serve you better, we have our website at www.japandyno.com, as well as our blog, the Japan Dyno Daily Fix, where we feature items of special interest. Look forward to seeing you there.